Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Online battle, and this is the third installment in this series, and today I am bringing you an NU battle on my alternate account, which is 11:11 p.m. So if you're ever on the Smogon server on PO, then just be sure to send me a message, say hi or something, you know. Anyway, this account is just for fun, just for testing out stuff, even though every account should just be for fun, because sometimes people take a Pokemon too seriously, even in NU. I play NU just to kind of get away from all the nonsense and the seriousness of the competitive Wi-Fi, but people still insist on being competitive, so yeah, without further ado, let's just get on with the battle. So, he leads off with his Braviary, and I don't know, I just lead off with my Quagsire just to toxic anything on his team, because nothing can really take a toxic. So, I end up poisoning his Mesprits, but Quagsire can't really do anything to the Mesprit, so I send in Wormadam to set up rocks. I was not predicting that energy ball, but, you know, it makes me look good. Maybe I did predict it. So, Thunderbolt's not going to do that much because Wormadam is really bulky. So, I get my rocks up, and at this point, my Wormadam can kind of go die in a hole, because Wormadam doesn't really do much else. So, Ninjask takes a hell of a lot of damage from rocks, and Gyro Ball will do about 35% of his health. So, it's I'm kind of tired of Ninjasks because people just seem to want a baton pass, and that's not how I roll. So that's why I carry a Quagsire, and Quagsire ignores stat changes, and yeah. So that Ninjask is looking pretty close to death, and he just keeps on protecting and get more speed boosts up as they go for the Gyro Ball to try to catch him off guard, but we both know that is not going to happen. So we send in my Quagsire to ignore all the stat changes. He baton passes out, and since he doesn't have any spinners on his team, that Ninjask is dead upon entering. So he passes it to Mesprit, but it doesn't matter because Quagsire is already 1, slow, and 2, has unaware. So Scald does not do that much, but Toxic is starting to wear down that Mesprit. I forgot he had the Energy Ball here, but Quagsire goes down as a result because it's quad effective, and that is no bueno. So Wormadam comes back in because it kind of walls Mesprit, and Toxic is going to be able to kill it off after I go for the Gyro Ball. And so that Mesprit is dead. At this point, it's practically a 5-4 because his Ninjask is dead, and Glaceon takes 25% from rocks. And in this game, setting up rocks was very important because lots of his Pokemon are weak to it. And Ice Beam does a considerable chunk, even though it is resisted hit. And Gyro Ball will eventually take it out, but Ice Beam damage is just starting to rack up. So we go for the Toxic. Probably should have done that before, but I'm going to go for the Protect, start racking up the Toxic damage as he goes for the Ice Beam. At this point, I know he's choice because I didn't see any Life Orb or any of the nonsense, and he hasn't switched any moves. So, Ice Beam is starting to take its toll on me, but I'm just going to kill off with a Gyro Ball. No biggie. And Score's looking at 5-3 right now. He sends his Ninjask to die. And poor thing. Remember last generation when Ninjask was an OU Pokemon. So Ursaring comes in, probably has a Toxic Orb of some sorts. And he goes for the close combat. And yeah. See, here he reveals that he's a Flame Orb, and I send in my Octillery. He's fearing the Water Mover of some sort. And I indeed just go for the Water Spout. And this is a Scarfed Octillery, and this thing is very underrated. So, yeah. Extreme Speed takes out a chunk of my health, so Water Spell's not going to do much to that Dragonair. So, I switch into my Drifblim to take the Extreme Speed, and Calm Mind just starts Calm Minding up, because that's what it does. It just this is a Rest and a Calm Mind Chesto Resto set. So, Calm Mind is pretty good. And my team really has no synergy, it's just a bunch of Pokemon that I like, such as Genghis-Khan, haha. So predicting the dark move, the Crunch, I switch into my Kangaskhan, but that still does a considerable amount of damage. So the only thing that my Kangaskhan did in this game was just get off a Sucker Punch on Ursaring, and now it's really it. So, Surf is going to be able to take out that Ursaring, and I'm faster because this is a Scarfed Octillery, very underused, underrated. I highly recommend it. It's lots of fun, and it's a flipping octopus, but Brave Bird takes it out. Yeah. And that's his last Pokemon. At this point, I'm kind of scared, and I'm just hoping that Recoil will be able to take out that Braviary, and my last Pokemon is a Scraggy, not fast enough, and here I'm hoping Recoil will take it out, but it doesn't. He lives with 1% HP, and that was the closest game I've ever played. So, if you enjoyed that battle, if you enjoy seeing Desmumi right in the center of everything, just stay tuned for next episode of Pokemon Online Battle. So, until next time, toodaloo.